I'm the Big LG Doc Gallows, and you're watching the Wrestling Junkies. Boom.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I'm joined by that handsome devil, the podcast dad, House and Choops. How we doing, bud?
I wish I was feeling better, but, you know, we are here. Just can't seem to shake the illness that got me last week. But I'm here. Wouldn't miss this Mania week. Let's talk some wrestling, bud.
Well, I sincerely hope that you shake this illness because it's WrestleMania Saturday coming up, and I've already told you what we're planning. We got some meat going on the smokers, so
if anything, one of the podcast parents will be at your house for WrestleMania Saturday. Yes. I'll tell you that.
So you're saying there's a chance the podcast mom comes to hang out with us?
There's a chance. If I can't, I will make sure that one of us is there.
I absolutely love that. Fact checkers in the chats. He's making some macaroni and cheese, I believe, and a few other little goodies, but it's going to be a good time. So now that we've talked about our WrestleMania menu for our party, dude, come on, we do everything on this show. You know, this is the quiet season as far as sports go. At least
baseball's in full swing, baby.
Okay, NFL is in quiet season at least until next week.
And your NFL season's always quiet.
And say, I think that this was a much better one than usual.
You're right. You almost made the playoffs. Quit setting yourself up, dude.
No, we've had a pretty solid free agency.
Oh, great. You won March.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on, why are you not excited about that?
I've never been excited about the Bengals. I'm sorry.
Well, you're gonna learn eventually. Okay, it's enough.
31 years. I'm still haven't learned.
God, you're old. Anyway, thank you for joining us tonight. As always, follow us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But most importantly, please do us a huge favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Podcast Dad. 605 subscribers right now.
I know. We challenged you guys. Give us 600. We're already at 605. Road to 700 is on the way. There's plenty of room at that table that just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. There's more plants on it. There's more chairs around it. It's moved. They've painted it. They've sanded it. Man, there's a lot going on with the most interesting table in podcasts.
Insert I am the table reference here, but yeah, no, we're having a blast over here. Subscribe to our channel. Again, there's plenty of room at the table. We have a good time here, and we want you to be part of our community. And also show some love to our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network at main_event_ on all social media platforms. We have a massive week of WrestleMania content, dude. Tino's doing fucking 5 live streams. We've got OTM recording tonight while Mr. OTM is in Vegas tomorrow. Sam's on Wrestling have some good stuff out. Blog World Order has their predictions. We're everywhere. So at main_event_ all social media platforms. And next Wednesday, a week from tonight, episode 500, April 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern, Podcast Dad. 495 more episodes than you thought that we would actually do. How you feeling right now?
500 hasn't aired yet, so there's still a chance.
Why would you say that?
Hopefully I have a computer by then as well. Yeah, I had a good sign. I got a blue screen today, so hopefully that's a good thing.
I don't know. That somehow sounds worse, but anyway, come celebrate. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Well, it was spinning the first time, right?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Okay. Well, you kind of
I brought it up. I know. Blah, 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 blah. Get on.
This is what you're missing here if you're not subscribed to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. And fact checker, yes, the table is over as
probably more over than either of us at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was Ambrose's potted plant? What was his name?
I was trying to think of
Cherry?
Mitch or Milton.
Mitch,
yeah.
the potted plant.
Yeah.
Look, he's on the table, guys. You come meet Mitch. He's doing
not to be
this weekend for WrestleMania.
Not to be confused with Mitch of the Spirit Squad.
And Johnny and Mikey and Kenny and Nikki.
I was gonna say that's the one you should not have.
We said so many other names now. I don't know the name.
That's all right. It's fine. It's time to introduce our guest. What?
Real quick. The independent wrestling this weekend's crazy. Have you seen the Bloodsport card?
Not all of it. I think Shayna and Natty, correct?
Shit. The Bloodsport card is crazy.
I know GCW's got a show on Triller like exactly right now. I should have grabbed my fucking iPad just so I could have it in the corner here.
It is insane. Yeah, Shayna's on it. Shayna and Natty. Barnett's on it, obviously. I think he's taking on Nagata.
Okay.
Charlie Dempsey and Timothy Thatcher. Like, dude,
I'm getting serious fun when
it's gross. It's gross how good that card is. And Shotzi, dude, Shotzi's I don't know what time she will be back in the WWE. She's doing exactly what Cardona did. She's doing exactly what McIntyre did. Dude, I'm telling you, if you're doing it, and I don't remember who put out the tweet, and I apologize. Somebody put out, I think it was actually Mance Warner. Mance Warner put out the tweet that said anybody that is independent wrestling this weekend, enjoy every minute of it. You could be wrestling in a shed. You could be wrestling in like a storage container. This is the best weekend for wrestling. Enjoy everything you do because the memories will last you a lifetime. Like, dude, independent wrestling, like, go have a ball. We're going to talk about one.
And we are. But I think in order to do that, we've got to introduce our guest. And our guest is a contributor. No, you're good. You're good. Our guest is a contributor for Body Slam. It's midnight over in the UK right now. So we greatly appreciate him staying up a little late to hang out with the Junkies. Please welcome Jordan from Body Slam. Jordan, what's going on, man? How are you?
Living the dream as always, man. What about you?
Doing the exact fucking same, man.
Yeah.
Can you tell I've been in the house by myself all day? Like, I'm ready to talk to people.
I'm gonna say you're like that.
Yes. I look, I'm married and I have kids, so I have to turn the air on. So now it's cold in my house. I'm not allowed to open the windows. Not allowed to open the windows.
You pretty much said it, didn't you? Best week for professional wrestling.
Oh, I was looking at all the independent shows, and Shotzi's I think on 11 of them. Like, it is, like, it's insane what's happening. But yeah, like I was looking at some of the cards today, and I'm like, my God, like I don't know when I'm going to sleep this week, and it starts today. Like, I don't know when I'm going to sleep.
Literally, there's that, and then I think in August, you got All In, and then you got the independent shows that I kind of like run. Like a 3 to 4 day like weekend. There's like loads of events happening. You've got Red Pro, like the anniversary show, Progress, obviously All In, and a few others around London. So that's kind of like our WrestleMania season.
Awesome. And it's really cool that it's happening this year. Next year is going to be, I have no idea what next year is going to look like just because of where WrestleMania is. Like, they're going to take over one of these cities. Dude, it's going to be independent wrestling probably for an entire week. Like, it's just going to be craziness. But let's dive right into it. We're here to talk about some progress. Mr. Cincinnati, what did you want to start off with?
I'm getting the card pulled up right now. I feel like we have to start here just because he's been super dickish on podcasts, and he also has a new movie coming out that I think looks really funny with Mark Wahlberg. But we've got Paul Walter Hauser taking on Big Damo for the Proteus Championship, a $100,000 challenge match. We talk a lot about celebrity involvement in pro wrestling, especially during WrestleMania week, and it divides the internet. But Paul Walter Hauser is another one of those just rare exceptions. Jordan, I'm going to turn this over to you here. He has just stepped up in the biggest way possible. I mean, Progress is one of the biggest promotions in the world, balances a Hollywood career and carrying a championship. What's the reception to him overseas? Because, I mean, your boots on the ground. So what's the reception to Paul Walter Hauser in Progress thus far?
I mean, putting a title on one of Hollywood's leading actors is incredible. He's been in Cobra Kai, which we know how successful that is. We've the Proteus champion. I mean, if you put a title on any actor, it's going to bring eyes to the product. But we know obviously how different actors or celebrities can get used in professional wrestling. Look at David Arquette. Prime example. That's kind of depends how a fan can perceive that. That, in my opinion, that wasn't the best move. But someone back then would probably have gone, but do you know what? It's a Hollywood star. But I think Paul Walter, what you mentioned, Mr. Cincinnati, that Paul Walter Hauser, that movie is coming out. I'm definitely going to watch it because I think it's out today or yesterday.
Yeah,
15th.
yeah.
It's this week, yeah.
Definitely going to watch that because it looks really good and funny. Because if you think about it as well, just going off topic, there's not really been comedies out in the cinema in the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Like really good ones anyway.
Yeah.
But I think I think this match, Paul Hauser is going to return. I think you'd be stupid not to keep the title on him. It just brings a lot of eyes on him and progress itself, especially in Vegas. It's crazy.
You know what makes Paul Walter Hauser different too than all these other celebrities is the people he's going against, right? Like I think this week alone he's going against Big Damo and the one called Vanders. Like, dude, do you have a death wish? Like you're going in there with just heavy hitters, right? And he's done death matches. He's done all these other things too, and that's what I think sets him apart. Is he actually cares? He's actually like put it to the craft. He studied. He knows what's going on, and I think the level. And you mentioned Dave Arquette. The level of celebrity involvement. Like if you're gonna get in that ring, you better be ready. You better be prepared. You better know your shit, because the days of just the random celebrities coming in and having a shitty match, it's not going to happen anymore, right? Like I just don't see it happening anymore. Say what you want about McAfee, he's had some okay matches, right? He came in, he's athletic, and he looked like he cared about what he was doing. He's being shoehorned into this one, and whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But when he's in the ring, it looks like he's belonging, and that's what I think Paul Walter Hauser has done so well with, and that's why I think it's amazing that Progress trusts him with this title, and like, hey, we're going to give you this title because we know you can represent what we represent, and I think that's just so cool.
Yeah, and I mean the mercenary angle that we're kind of seeing from him, it's just there's this level of cockiness that just also shows his range as far as the character side of pro wrestling. Because I mean, when you look at kind of his movie history, this new one coming out, he's kind of the bumbling idiot. In the buddy comedy, what was the movie Blackbird with Taron Egerton, where he was playing somebody a little slower, and you kind of have that pity for him. But now it's like, oh, you're just being a dick. This is really fun. I mean, that's also a very important part of this industry is captivating a crowd. I mean, Chris, you were talking about Mance Warner's tweet about what he says you should be doing during WrestleMania week. I got one from Lindsay Dorado here if I can find it here really quickly. But it's all about the captivation of crowds here, and that's something that's so important. And this is what Lindsay Dorado said. Here's my challenge for everybody going to Vegas for Mania week, trying to get seen and stand out. No matter who tells you what, don't wrestle for the gift. Try to make a connection with the audience, whether it's through your entrance, a moment in your match, or your personality. Have good matches with the intention of outselling each other, looking aggressive, and connecting with the audience. There's a difference between humans watching you and then being captivated by you. Good luck. Paul Walter Hauser can do that in spades with a facial look alone. I mean, that is what he is bringing to the table for the independents during WrestleMania week. I mean, this does elevate this card overall and make it feel like a big deal. Podcast, I don't think I got your prediction though. Who you got here?
I'll go with Paul Walter Hauser. I don't see how he doesn't, right? Like he has the confidence. He's well rested, right? I just don't see how he doesn't. Like, I don't know. I may be wrong because he's wrestling a couple times this weekend, but I don't see how you can bet against him right now.
I'm going to go clean sweep. I'm going to say Paul Walter Hauser. This next match here, Simon Miller, Danny Jones. Simon Miller, who's also trying to stand out in the Super Strong Style 16 tournament here. He's one of these guys that he's always a threat anytime. I mean, former Produce champion losing the title to Paul Walter Hauser. Kind of on this redemption story now, and he's got his eyes set on a much bigger prize. podcast dad, do you think that Simon Miller is focused on Danny Jones this weekend, or is he thinking ahead to Super Strong Style 16 and perhaps the Progress Men's World Championship?
No, I think he's focused. And Simon Miller's another one, right? He has, he was doing the YouTube stuff, right? But has fully dedicated himself to the craft, gotten better. We've seen the growth. We've seen the maturity. We've seen everything we've needed to see from him. Yeah, I'm going to go Simon Miller here. There's no two ways about it. I'll keep it short and sweet.
Jordan, your thoughts?
I'd say Simon Miller. I'd say he's more, like you mentioned there, redemption, but his focus is more, in my opinion, on the Super Strong Style. But he's focused now in Vegas. So he's focused more on the Strong Style, but Danny Jones is just another stepping stone for him to get to that championship, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Danny Jones, I mean, he's one of those guys that can pull off a big win on any given day once that bell rings. And I mean, that includes this weekend, or tomorrow, I should say. I don't think that that's the case here. Yeah, Simon's locked in for sure. This is another weekend for him. I mean, he's going to be doing a lot of What Culture stuff out there as well. He thrives in these environments. There's just always something about what he does, during WrestleMania week when he comes over to the States to, create content or to wrestle. He's dialed in at all stages of the game, no matter what it is that he's doing. I don't think this will be any different here either. So I'm also going to go Simon Miller. So another clean sweep. And I can't wait to see who breaks first, because this card's going to be insane. I mean, there's a lot of upside on it here. I'm going to move over to Super Strong Style 16. We've got a men's and a women's match here. We've got Rio taking on Vert Vixen. Jordan, Vert Vixen, we've seen in progress many a time. She's challenged for the Women's World Championship. She's going up against a former Women's World Champion in Rio. This is a clash of titans here, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure they've faced each other before, or there was going to at one point.
Yeah.
But Rio is on another level, in my opinion. She's got the attitude, she's got the charisma, Rio is an all-round athlete, and I am surprised she's not signed by WWE, AEW, TNA. She is phenomenal. If you haven't seen much of Rio's work, you probably have, but check some of her stuff out in Pro Wrestling Eve. Incredible.
Yeah. Look, we've talked about it, I don't know how many times on the show. She's a standard bearer, right? When it comes to at least the Progress Women's division, that's the standard bearer. That's the measuring stick. If you can beat Rio, if you can stand toe to toe with Rio, if you can hold your own against Rio, that's okay. You might make this. Yeah. We've seen it. We've seen it before a few times with other superstars. Damn it, wrestlers. Sorry, I'm in WrestleMania mode. But we've seen it before, right? So it's hard for me to bet against Rio. It really is, especially in this tournament where let's not beat around the bush. Hasn't had the best year, right? Yeah. Lost a couple big time matches. You want to talk about a redemption story? That's Rio getting back to that women's championship. Give me Rio.
This one is really, really tough because Vert Vixen, she's riding a wave of momentum here in the States. She's done some phenomenal work with New Texas Pro Wrestling. And I mean, that collective also having a massive presence in Vegas for Mania week. And this is not her only match. I really want to say Vert Vixen, but I've learned the hard way not to bet against Rio. So I'm not doing that again. Give me Rio. Jordan, who do you got?
Rio.
Yeah. We got to disagree at some point.
I know. On the men's side, we have Ethan Allen and Leo Rush. Ethan Allen, one half of the new Progress World Tag Team Champions. Incredible match at 192, and definitely a match. Yeah,
in my opinion, match of the year so far. In my opinion.
No, I agree completely. I mean that is, that's tape study right there. I think Ethan Allen again riding a massive high, but Leo Rush. There's been something's off, but it's working, and that's I don't know. I think that gives him the X factor this weekend. I mean, Jordan, you seeing Leo Rush and what he's done in Progress so far, so far. Excuse me. Leo has always been that love of the game guy. He will travel anywhere. He will work anybody. And this is no different here. But I don't know. It feels like progress just brings out an entirely different beast in him, which you could say about a lot of members of the roster, I feel like.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. And I think what's going to be good about this match is same kind of style, same size. It's going to be more like a technical match, I would say. Obviously, like a speed, like fast-paced match, which can get the crowd going. I think with Leo's demeanor and how he is at the moment, I feel like he could like pull it out of the bag, and I'm not saying cheat to win.
Yeah.
But he's got like a weird path that he's going down.
Mm-hmm.
But Ethan Allen, since he came back from his injury, has been one hell of a motherfucker in the ring. He's been unstoppable.
Yeah.
Singles and tag.
Yeah. So who do you got?
So it's a tricky one. Clear Rush.
Ooh, man, good pick. Yeah, like you said, everything right. Ethan Allen is just, since he's come back, I mean, just killing the game, right? But Leo Rush, we forget because of how young he is. Dude's a veteran. Like, been wrestling forever at this point.
Yeah.
And there's something about this change in demeanor, this change in character, or whatever happened to him. I don't know if he's been hanging out with Cara Noir. I don't know what's going on, but it's hard for me to pick against Leo Rush right now because I think he is kind of the wild card in this entire tournament just because of what has happened to Leo Rush.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bet against him right now. I'll go Leo Rush too.
This is, I mean, it's Vegas, so I feel like I got to take a risk here. And I mean, it's a calculated one. Going Ethan Allen all the way here. I mean, again, coming off of, again, match of the year that you just called it, and coming away with championship gold. I mean, I think that ride that hot hand going into Vegas. I mean, either way, everybody wins because Jordan, like you pointed out, this is a technical match, but it's also going to be a very fast paced one. So, given big cruiserweight energy, which is always a nice plus, on a weekend certainly like this,
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we've got Subculture taking on Kuro, and LJ Cleary. It's hard not to love Subculture. I wish that they were still in WWE. But Jordan, this feels like an opening contest. I mean, just fast-paced tag team wrestling, and I mean, just world-class talents in the ring here.
Definitely, I will agree with you on that one. I feel like it would be a good opener for the Progress show.
Mm-hmm.
And what you mentioned there, fast-paced, just gets the crowd going. LJ Cleary has done phenomenal work in OTT. Progress as well, Subculture, they're working TNA, Rev Pro, Progress as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've been around for years. It feels like they've been around for years as well. I remember watching them in like 2014, 2013.
Yeah.
We're now in 2026. But yeah, this is a hard one as well, to be honest, because it could go either way.
Yep.
Either way. But I'm going to... See, this is what I like, predictions and like betting and fantasy and stuff like that. I like it. I'm going to say, I'm going to go, I'm not going to go for the star power in this one. I'm going to go like LJ Clearing Curio. That's the name, right?
All right. I love that. It's a big stage. And I think it's time for Subculture to remind everybody who the fuck they are. Because everybody has seemed to have forgotten who they are. It's not one of the teams that we talk about a lot.
Yeah.
Give me Subculture because I think this is, and it's so weird to say, a breakout performance for these guys. It's so weird to say that considering how long they've been around, right? But yes, I want Subculture to win. I want them to be a bigger deal than what they are. Breakout performance. Give me Subculture.
I think you're underestimating Kuro and LJ Cleary here. I'm going to go with them because I also never get to pick LJ Cleary in a fucking prediction show. So, I'm going to go with them. I mean, either way, I think this should open the show. That's just my humble opinion. But, this one's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. It should open the show. Like you said, fast-paced, hard-hitting, should open the show.
This one, I'm also really excited for this one. We got a fatal 4-way match here. Emerson Jane, Lena Cross, Renee Michelle, and Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes Martinez coming off of a loss.
Wait. I don't know if you have an updated card. Shotzi is now in this match.
I thought I pulled the most updated card. Shit, really? So Scramble 5? Or she replaced somebody?
Nope, it is 5. Shotzi has been
Alexis Falcon should have been in it.
Yeah.
But she's not. I don't know what happened, but probably visa. I don't know. But
we did hear some maybe issues with some of those, but
talk about a match with star power.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, Mercedes Martinez, challenging for the Women's World Championship last month. And, even though she did not come away with the win and the title, this is one of those, she's another one of those names, podcast said, like you always say, we're going to miss her when she's gone because she had such an undeniable impact on the industry. And, there's so much more, I think, that we can, Monday morning quarterback this thing for hours if we wanted to about Mercedes Martinez and feel that there are more heights that she should have reached than on paper. But any independent wrestling Hall of Fame, Ring of Honor Hall of Fame, she's first ballot with what she has done. And with this, being kind of the last WrestleMania week for her, I'm hoping she shows the fuck out. I think that this would be really cool if she gets the win here. I'm just going to put that out there as my prediction, but I'm going to pass it on to Jordan now.
I personally think that this could be the match of the night.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I could see it.
And the star power. You mentioned there, obviously, it's going to be like a little redemption for Mercedes Martinez because the impact that you've just said that she's had on the industry for people like Mercedes Money, like everyone else is unbelievable. And the fact that this is her final year is quite sad, but I feel like this is going to be obviously her last WrestleMania week. She's going to be like, go hard or go home. But then you've also got like Shotzi, who's on like I'm not saying redemption, but she wants to prove like she's one of the baddest motherfuckers on the indies. And then you've got Emerson Jane, who's a bad motherfucker. So, and you got Renee Michelle, who's when going gets tough, she's incredible. And I think that's who else is there?
You're missing one more.
Lena
That's
Cross.
my pick.
Lena fucking Cross.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
the thing is, I don't even need to say anything about that. 3 matches in AEW and you become a champion.
Yep.
This is what I mean. If you pick, this is what I mean. You might pick podcast ad. You might pick Lena Cross. I might pick Emerson Jane. You might pick Mercedes Martinez. Each person in this match you can put a point on why they're going to win. This one's hard to call.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna this match. I'm just gonna enjoy it. I'm not even gonna predict anyone. I know who I'm gonna. Yeah. I know who I'm gonna. I know who I think's gonna win. But then I know who I think deserves to win.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna. I'm not even gonna answer this one.
That's okay. That's okay.
I love that.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I understand that. I understand that. That's
logic behind it, so I love it. Because you can make the case for all 5 of them, right?
Yeah.
You really could. Yeah. And it's going to be a big win no matter what. But, man, I'm not betting against Lena Cross. Are you kidding me? You kidding me?
I hear you. I just think,
I'm not doing that. Get out of your mind.
Okay. That's
just
fine.
The impact she's already, like you just said, the impact she's already made in AEW, like, she has it. I'm not betting against that.
Touche. Gentlemen, it's main event time for the Progress Men's World Championship. Man like Darius defending the title against Michael Oku with Amira. Darius might have somebody in his corner yet. I believe that's -1, if I recall correctly.
It is.
Or -1.
Jr.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, man. I'm not rooting against Darius. I've learned the hard way not to do that. Jordan, man like Darius has been on an absolute tear since winning Super Strong Style and then winning the Progress Men's World Championship. Is there anything that can slow him down?
No. I think Darius has been on a roll ever since Leon Slater signed for TNA, because they were a tag team at one point, which you're on about tag teams that are really good. Them two were really good. And in fact are good. But Darius, he's got a rocket up his ass. He's not losing this. But you're on about like the British side of wrestling. Like Michael Oku is like the standpoint of British wrestling as well. He's incredible. Amira, one of the greatest managers that in British history, in my opinion, she's incredible. Her and Michael Oku gel so much together. They are incredible. Without Michael Oku, there's no Amira. Without Amira, there's no Michael Oku, in my opinion. There is, but having -1. I'll be opposed of it. Yeah.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. We appreciate that. Give them a follow as well.
I think Darius is winning.
Man, I'm like, 0 for 3 betting against Darius?
Yeah.
But, Mr. Cincinnati, what did you say earlier? It's in Vegas.
Yeah, double
Why
down.
the hell not?
Yeah.
Give me Michael Oku. Why not? Darius, you can come on the show whenever you want and yell at me for betting against you so many times. Dude, I'm going Oku.
We could just talk Steak and Shake and Wendy's with him.
I do like Wendy's. One of the best wrestlers I've seen in the ring is Michael Oku. He's so smooth. Like it just comes natural.
Yeah.
Like it just it's crazy how natural wrestling is for somebody, and he's one of them. It's a one-on-one. There are some outside factors, right? But I'm going to bet against him again. Give me Michael Oku. Like Darius, you're going to probably continue to prove me wrong. I think you're very, very good. I think Michael Oku is another level.
I'll say this because I agree with you that Michael Oku is on another level. However, Darius has elevated himself to that level.
No doubt.
Without a doubt. I don't think that this is they're phenomenal talents. Both of these guys are amazing fucking wrestlers. I'm not saying that either of them aren't. But this is a much more even match than I think you're giving them credit for. And just the consistency of Darius since winning Strong Style, since winning the Men's World Championship. I mean, the quality of the matches is there. That connection with the fans is there. Everything that you could possibly want in a professional wrestler and even perhaps a sports entertainer one day, if we're lucky, Darius has all of that in spades. I think Darius retains.
He's damn near beating everybody at this point, too. So I'm not saying Darius is bad at all, right? I'm not saying that. I just it's time. Like, you've beaten everybody else. Michael Oku's like, all right, it's my time to step up. Let's go. And man, like I said, Michael Oku, it's just gifted, right? He's just so gifted in that ring that I can't bet against that.
One thing you've got to ask yourself, though, as well, is if Michael Oku does defeat Darius, like, how does Darius' mindset feels going into Super Strong Style against Cara Noir?
Yeah.
It's not just any match, neither it's a no disqualification as well.
Mm-hmm. And he did destroy his belt. Like, that was the thing. And Cara Noir is going to mess with him some more.
Mm-hmm.
So, look, Progress always delivers. If you guys aren't watching it, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but another fantastic card for Progress.
Yeah, you can catch it on Triller TV Plus as well as Hooked on Wrestling UK. They also have a fantastic library of international indies that you guys need to do yourselves a favor and check out. Gentlemen, I know we're running a little bit long on time here. I just want to flip over to AEW really quickly. A few things advertised for tonight. We have got MJF defending the AEW World Heavyweight Championship against Darby Allin. Podcast Dad, I told you I saw a take on TikTok that believes that Darby Allin walks out with the title tonight. Does that happen?
No. Uh-oh. What?
Let's hear it. Yeah.
Darby's winning.
No, he's not.
No, listen. So this is probably a better time for Darby to win it. Like, did Mount Everest, climbed the mountaintop, one of the pillars of AEW. He doesn't need to have a long run. He could lose it at Double or Nothing. Max could get it back at Double or Nothing and cheat to win it. It could be like a little story.
Yeah.
I'm calling it Darby winning it. Max is banged up from his match with Kenny, I reckon.
That's another match of the year contender right there. I mean, just that marvelous main event. Okay, yeah.
Darby had a great match against Andrade. Like, they're both beaten up. You know, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and see a new world champion.
Just remember that he said that, and no, I'm sure that we'll have some banter about it on Twitter a little bit. But I don't know. I think I got to play it safe and stick with MJF here. Again, just a monster main event, and even beat up. I feel like, yes, that is when he's most vulnerable, but that's when he also gets the most deceptive and does what he has to do in order to survive. So I think that survival instinct kicks in, and I think we've got MJF as still our world champion. We've got Camille taking on Willow Nightingale. Camille just kind of coming the fuck back out of nowhere and, making her presence known. I mean, podcast that, do we finally get it right with her now that she's no longer with Mercedes?
No.
Don't say that.
Willow's gonna win. We're not. No. What are we talking about?
I'd pull the trigger.
I would too, but fool me once, shame on you. Not fooling me again.
You know what I like with AEW? There's a lot of things that you can have like that's unexpected with that show, and that's what I like.
I would see this one way more than I would see the Darby one.
Okay,
Uh,
do both.
Yeah, especially after they pulled the trigger on Tekla, I think that surprised a lot of people as well. I mean, this could be one of those times. I mean, Camille there's a lot they can do with her. She did not need to come in as the heater for Mercedes at all. And I mean, I know she had injury, and I think, isn't she on the new American Gladiators, I think, with Wardlow and hosted by The Miz? So she's had things going on, but I think that they kind of need to reestablish her, because it's just down the line. I am waiting for the Camille versus Megan Bayne match.
Yeah.
I think that could be a lot of fun, and I think you have to start somewhere. Unfortunately, I don't think that that's tonight either. No.
And how dare you forget Rick Boogs?
Yeah. What's that?
And how dare you forget Rick Boogs on American Gladiator too?
I watched WrestleMania 38 the other day and forgot that that was where he kind of went. Yeah, no.
It's a quad, man.
I'm just watching along, having fun. I'm like, oh man, I remember this was actually really fun. And then it was like, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Life was never the same. Yeah. Anyway, what else?
What's going on? She's lost all her titles.
Yeah. Hiding, licking her wounds. I mean,
she's got one left, and that's the all-in title.
Okay. Man, I just haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Jordan, do you think that the Ultimo Monet gimmick did anything to help evolve her character as far as, coming into AEW, major acquisition, had the ankle injury and kind of having to delay things for a year, but she's here and certainly commanding a lot of money and, for the name and what she brings to the table. Do you think that this gimmick helped her? Just, kind of your overall thoughts, man.
I'd say yes and no. It depends how you look at it, because what companies did she do? She did Rev Pro, CMLL. She did somewhere in Poland, Scotland. She's done everywhere. Canada. She's done. I think she was like 12 titles and all in total. But having Mercedes money on your wrestling show, whether that's the main event or mid card or even starting it, you're going to get eyes on the product. So everyone who she's dropped her titles to, apart from the last one, has got a victory over Mercedes money. Not many people can say that. Not many people can say that. Not even some people in AEW that has beaten her. There's only like 3 or 4 people, I think, pinned her.
If that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's helped her stock market, but then it's also elevated other companies. even if it was for a short time. In my opinion, it depends how you look at it.
Sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just wish AEW
Go
did
ahead,
a
sorry.
little bit more to promote those other promotions. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wish we would have seen more, hype around some of those matches and some of those titles. It did elevate those. It did elevate those promotions, but I really wish like AEW would have advertised them more and made that a bigger deal.
And that's where I'm at too, for sure, because Tony Khan will spend how much money to license Final Countdown for Bryan Danielson to walk out to a theme. You would think that he can afford to fly in any challenger from any of those promotions to work a match on Dynamite of some kind. I mean, I'm on the same wavelength as this podcast, Dad. I think that there could have been more done. I'm sure that these promotions, kind of in their home territories, are doing much better, or this has helped them and this has been an asset to them. I think that AEW definitely could have done more, especially with the frequency with which Mercedes Moné was on our TV screens and hyping up the fact that she has all of these championships. I think that open challenges from these promotions could have been a part of that, more so than they actually were. That's my 2 cents.
You were mentioning you were mentioning earlier, right, that the Indies is very hot right now, and you was like, "Oh, where's Mercedes Moné?" But she's, I think, for the last like 2-3 months, she's been like grafting on the Indies, like going around, dropping these titles, showing up, like getting emotional, because not many top women wrestlers or male wrestlers do the Indies no more. Like when they sign to a major company, but she's done that. She's grafting. She's putting her name out there. She's helping. She cares about the business.
Yeah. That she does, man. I mean, she's got one of the coolest stories in wrestling, and that's definitely a wrestling biography, or hopefully autobiography, that I'll get to read one day, just because, I mean, she's seen and done some shit, and just, I want to hear those stories. I know it's getting late here. We got 2 more matches. Claudio Castagnoli, Kevin Knight for the TNT Championship. Kevin Knight winning it at Dynasty. Surprise title switch here, or I mean, not necessarily surprise title switch, but surprising as far as the winner, given the rest of the field. Do you think they keep the title on Kevin Knight for a while?
Yeah, I think AEW in the last few months has done its fair share of changing, whether that's the trios. The trios have changed like 6 times, I think, since Will Hobbs left in January.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Or something, 6-7 times, I think, or something like that. Anyway,
Gotcha.
I think they keep it on Kevin Knight. I don't think Kevin Knight's going to have a long run, but I think Kevin Knight's going to have a run that's going to showcase his style in the ring as a single star. I think one of his defense coming up soon, I reckon it'll be against Speedball, which that'll be a good match.
Yeah, I love the idea of that. Yeah. Last but not least, we will hear from Chris Jericho. Sorry, Jericho with Renee Paquette.
Hey, he put over Ricochet. And
I know he did.
Quiet down.
And Ricochet was doing the 2-step on TikTok, celebrating it. It was fucking hilarious.
Quiet down. Quiet down. I don't want to hear any Jericho hate right now. I don't want to hear it. Not from you.
Fine.
Not from you.
You done?
And also, Kevin Knight's holding that championship until Johnny Gargano comes to AEW.
You know what? All right. Yeah. Sold. Cinema. I'm here for it. Jordan, what did you think of Chris Jericho's return, as well as putting over Ricochet, and kind of what do you see is next for him in this phase of the AEW career?
I'm glad he stayed with AEW, to be honest, because going to WWE, there's only so many legends that Gunther can kind of retire. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Who's he going to do next? Sheamus, maybe. And I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm quite pissed off that Sheamus is missing. I know he's injured, but three WrestleManias in a row.
Yeah. Oh man, I guess I never thought about that.
That's bomb.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that sucks.
But yeah, Jericho, I'm glad he's back. And what a way to go! Like Jericho and Ricochet, I don't think they've ever faced each other. Could be wrong.
No, they didn't.
No.
The first time.
Yeah, no.
I think Jericho's coming back now, whether because he signed a multi-year deal, or whether that's 2 years, put it on for his age. So for example, if it's 2 years, I'll take him to 57, 58. I reckon Jericho's final few years is just to have fun. Just to have fun, enjoy the ride, whether that's bring back, you just made the list, bring back, I don't know, just have fun.
Yeah.
And face new people that you've not faced before. Get in the ring. It's like Jericho and Ospreay. In fact, they've faced each other. Who else? Jericho and Speedball.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be a lot of fun, actually.
There's so many.
Jericho and Ciampa.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to say Jericho and Tommaso Ciampa. Like, we have never seen that.
Yeah.
Why not?
I want to see first time matches.
Yeah.
And put them over, Jericho. Put them over. Like, you're a legend. You have legend status. There's no reason for you to sit here and have the power trip. There's no reason.
Yeah. Man, yeah, no, we have an exciting card tonight, and it's going to be an absolute banger. But Jordan, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Before we let you go, where can everybody find you on social media?
So everyone can find me at YouTube, One Breezy, which is just there, and on X, which is Twitter, as One Breezy as well. That's it.
Love it. Love it. Well, we know it's late. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're going to let you go. Enjoy the rest of WrestleMania weekend. I mean, a lot of good stuff to watch, so hopefully you get to take it all in.
Definitely, man. I'd love to come back and do this again soon. I've enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, door's always open. Take care.
So, man, take care.
Thank you.
Thank you to Jordan from Body Slam for joining us. Podcast Dad, I know we're running a little bit late here. A couple of thoughts real quick on
parent one time, but that's okay.
That's
That's why I disappeared for a minute. We had a spill and somebody needed different pants, but they didn't like the pants that Mama picked. So I had to then go in and find out which pants she wanted to wear. The toddler mind needs to be studied.
It's basically the development of the frontal lobe. It's crazy work. Just when it just boils down to that.
Just insane. She came out. She said, "Mama made a mistake." I'm like, "All right, let's fix this. What's going on?" Kind of thing, right? And it's a thing. It's a thing.
It's all right. It's okay. NXT Revenge is in the books. I
really like Tatum Paxley and Shiloh.
Dude, right?
I really like that pairing.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
It's like, because the hacker thing, it just kind of, I don't know, it wasn't landing with me. But like, there's a lot of his personality in here now, and you're seeing that. Like, the fact that he fucking hogtied Ricky Saints and brought him to the back, and Saints goes and tries to confront him, and he's holding a drill and a saw. I was like, "Hey, no, I'm happy. It's not what I'm just working over here. What you want to?"
No, it works. It works, and they're paying homage to Crowbar and Daphne back in the day, and like it's working, right? It's working.
Yeah.
And a casket match.
Mm-hmm. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
I thought they were teasing a ladder match,
but I'm here for it. It makes sense. The whole theme of the feud, it makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
And I see Tatum Paxley winning that.
She should.
I do.
She should.
I think that's the end of Blake Monroe in NXT.
As it should be. Same thing. We saw Jacy Jayne count the lights. We saw Ethan Page also count the lights. No real surprises, I think, in those championship matches there. Joe Hendry kind of addressing his future as well, but also getting to mix up with Keanu Carver. You get a segment with the former NXT champion. I mean, that's, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like he's staying, right? He's staying. It seems like Ricky Saints is saying, like, I don't think they want to take them all right away.
Yeah.
I like what they did with the women's division, where they have the multiple challengers, right? I enjoy that. I enjoyed the segment with Miles Bourne, right? Where, like, he's trying to put the cracks in the dark state. Like, you're the leader. And hold on. He's not the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like that, because that has been one of the big things about Dark State that we just haven't liked is there's no leader. You haven't established that. Like, we're all one team. No, you're not. Like, no, but there has to be a leader. There's never been a group that just didn't have a leader.
Yeah, and even, I hate to even invoke the name of the Shield, but I'm going to for the sake of this. But I mean, there's a reason that Ambrose, singles champion, Reigns and Rollins tag champions. Like, they're even if it is not explicitly stated, and I mean, we've said this I don't know how many fucking times on our show, that there was too much time spent theorizing that there's somebody else that is going to come in to direct this group, and that was the problem, because is it Trick? Is it somebody from TNA? Is it Ricky? Like, what could they possibly be doing here? That already, I think, kind of snake bit the group, and eventually, a couple of tag team title runs under their belts, which they were fine. But now that we are kind of seeing the power struggle, it's going to be Lennox versus the world kind of mentality. I mean, it took him a while to get here, entirely too long, I think. But I'm intrigued. Yeah.
No, it's going to be good. It's going to be. Look, I liked NXT last night. We've asked them to adjust. It's time to get some names out, get some fresher names in. NXT was good. It. Also, Danhausen, I am not a fan of you anymore if you have uncursed the Mets.
Fanhausen?
I'm not a Fanhausen. Recurse the Mets, please.
The Metshausens?
No, the Mets.
Hausens.
And the other thing too. Yeah, and you can tell Hugo, because I know he's back there and he's happy, and I'm sure he's having a great time. Your first place Reds, relax. It's April.
We're gonna enjoy it while it lasts, bud.
It's April. Relax.
We're gonna enjoy it while it lasts.
Relax.
Be nice. He's cooking your fucking food this weekend.
He's either cooking mine or he's cooking Heather's. I don't know which one yet.
Any final thoughts on?
No, look, everybody. There is so much wrestling this week.
Mm-hmm.
It starts tonight. There is so much wrestling this week. Just enjoy it. Like, just have fun. This is the week to escape. Like, everything else doesn't matter right now. I mean, it does, but go watch a wrestling card. Just have some fun. If you've never done it, I don't know why you're watching us, but thank you for watching us.
Hey, don't tell them that.
I'm saying if you've never watched an independent show, like, go watch an independent show. If you've never watched one, like, this is the week to go do it.
I mean, you can watch
There's so many promotions, but that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe we may have, everybody's attracted to WrestleMania week, right? Everybody's there for WrestleMania. And sometimes I think people forget about all the independents that are out there. They are on full display this week. And you may go out there and watch a promotion that you're like, man, this is awesome. And then go explore that, right? There's so much wrestling out there. Just go have fun this week. Go subscribe to IWTV. Go, subscribe
Hooked
to
on Wrestling also.
Hooked on Wrestling, the streaming
Triller
services.
TV Plus,
There's so much out there that you're going to catch something this week, and it's going to catch your eye, and you're going to get hooked. No pun intended. But go watch it. Just have fun. Wrestling's fun. Go have fun. There's going to be just so many performers out there, men, women, that are just going to really go after it this week. Watch them, support them. Let's have fun. This is WrestleMania week. Go support wrestling, whether it be the big boys or the independents. Like, let's just have some fun.
And food for thought, again, with no WrestleMania here in the States next weekend or next year, excuse me. We're going to be starved for something like this here in the States. So be loud, buy your tickets, go support. I mean, we've had people on our show this week and last week that are going to be out there and busting their asses and having a great time doing it. And because it's their passion, it's what they love to do. They love to entertain. Go support them, because the louder and more vocal that you are and express what a good time that you had at these shows this year, that's going to motivate people to want to figure out how the fuck do we make it all happen next year. So support independent wrestling.
100%. That's all I got to say. Thank you for that.
Hoopshausen, it's good to see you. Take care of yourself. I'm hoping to
use my government name there, Robinson.
Robinhausen to you. That's a podcast, Dad. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. Fine. This has been the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. We will be back tomorrow. A little final WrestleMania breakdown, a little bit of AEW.
We're going to talk about AEW.
Yeah.
Because MJF's going to retain that title. You guys have fun.
Until tomorrow, enjoy those grabs.